Got a request to show how to draw some old characters using Preston Blair'S skeleton foundation method. So let's take a look at that page. And here's that page showing start with the head, line of action for the spine, little shoulder and hip lines across, and stick lines for the arms and legs, little balloony balls for the feet and hands, and then start filling that in to an egg shape for the body. Solidify the arms and hands and fingers, and finally finish it off. And then down here, he shows action pose of the cat going to throw a ball, and you have a line of action, hip line, shoulder line, sticks for the arms and legs to get the basic pose down. Then start filling it in and adding volumes. This one here is the cat sitting down. Very simple. The head is an egg, a line for the spine, line across for the arms and shoulders, attach the arms there, attach the legs, and then you start solidifying it. So let's see how that works with an old character. This is Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. And what you see is his head is this shape here. There's a line going straight across for his arms. There's a line that comes down here. His body would be the circle here, and then his legs come down from there. So let's see if we can draw that. And we will start with putting down, drawing the head. And his head is kind of a weird diamond shape like that, if you break it down. Then you draw a line for the spine going here, his shoulders like that, and then there's a nice curved line that goes across like this to make his arms. Down here would be his hips. Line of action like this. So that leg goes there. This one you can just bring straight down from there. And then you add these feet like this. This arm is in perspective, so you start solidifying. I think he would actually come down like that. I don't think his legs are all that long. And add these solid hands there. And that's the basis for drawing this character. Using Preston Blair'S method. And his eyes kind of meet in the center. I'm taking liberties because there is no boss here anymore to say, that's not how we do it. So as you see, you can break down any character and do the drawing. Nice curve there. And this is a pose, I guess, animated characters have been striking for many, many years. So add a little bit more meat to him there, like that. Add his ear. And then his hat comes up like this. And from there, so you break down the character, and that's a way of doing that guy. I guess he's got an A on the front of his costume there. So there you have an Alvin. Let's take a look at some other character. One of my favorites from when I was a kid. Quick Draw McGraw. Line of action. Egg-shaped tube. Another egg shape for the bean shape for the head, the muzzle, because he's a horse. So if you were to draw him, you might start with a line of action like this and then start building on it. Top of his head here, and you see I'm following the Preston Blair method of doing this. His head goes up like this. So notice I didn't draw the hat, I drew his body. And I'm going to pose his arm as if his shoulder is here and have his arm out like that. And he's got a bit of a color separation like that. And of course there's his bandana. And he wears his gun set here. This must have been a pain for the guys animating to do all this detail. And this isn't even a lot of detail. And then his tail comes up here. Do a basic shape like this, and then the tail's in there. And he wears spurs. Must have made for some odd cartoons to have quick draw the horse riding a horse. So there's how you use the Preston Blair method to draw an old character like quick draw, and you can do that with any character that you want to draw. Break them down into the basic shapes, and you can do it. So there's Huck, egg shape, cylinder, another cylinder for the nose, the muzzle. Very simplistic shapes. Mr. Jinx, egg shape, circle for the head, straight lines for the arms and legs and hands and feet and everything. There's Yogi, egg shape for the body, kind of a circle for the head, and add the straight lines for the arms, legs, and head. For the arms and legs. Boo Boo, egg shape for the body, another egg shape for the head. You can do it with any character. If we were drawing Huck, we would do, he's just a straight line standing, right? And there's a tilted cylinder for his head. And his head just connects right to his body with a bow tie there for the head separation. Continue the line down for the egg-shaped body. Kind of a straight line for the back. It's a half moon there for the tail. And then the legs just come straight down like this. I'll put his arm out like this, holding something up. Ear comes down like that. Ear over here. Looks like he's wearing a top hat for this drawing. He's holding up a little pennant there. And then if you want, you can go over it with your black pencil just to tie down things. His ears get colored in. So I think when I got into the business, they were, I think, just finishing up a couple of shows that had Huck and Yogi and the other characters. So I didn't get a chance to work on these classic Hanna Barbera characters. I worked on the Flintstones. I did a lot of work on Flintstones and Dino and Cave Mouse. So I had to learn how to draw Fred and Wilma usually, and Dino. But I didn't get to work on these guys. They were kind of done at that point, I guess. I would have liked to, because they were the ones I grew up watching when I was a kid. So yeah, you can use the Preston Blair book to figure out how to draw any character, just breaking it down into the basic shapes. No, I forgot something. He's got ears. So until next time, keep drawing and use this method to break down and draw any characters that you want, yours or someone else's that you want to learn how to draw. Above all, just keep on drawing.